Good morning. It is freaking cold. So today's leadership. Maxwell today was sharing. Was sharing some of the qualities it takes to be an effective leader, and he pulls an example out of Ezekiel, but he also he lists these different qualities that it takes. So I'm just going to kind of run through those qualities real quick. First one is consecration. So you have to be set apart. As a leader, God sets apart certain individuals for those positions, and that's something that in our organization specifically we believe in. We call it a set man. If you read the post that I tagged everybody on in the Granite Crew page, you should already know that as well. From James Johnson, that was part of the leadership structure in our club. So consecration, being set apart. The second one is discipline, and discipline has a lot of facets to it. One being that you're doing something consistently. We have our daily disciplines, we have our 4 legs, all that stuff. That's all part of building discipline. But really, discipline is doing the right thing even when it's difficult. Making the right choice even when it's difficult is truly what discipline is. And so for us, the 4 legs. Maybe fasting is difficult for you, but you're still going to do it. You're doing the right thing, even though it's difficult. Servanthood. Servant leadership is big. I mean, Jesus was the prime example of servant leadership. It's our responsibility to, as leaders, to serve our followers. If you're going to be an effective leader, you need to be able to do the work. It's very difficult to be a leader and ask men to do things that you are not willing to do yourself. And so that's the reason why we push certain things, like showing up to events, showing up to crew weekends, making all the calls, heading out of state, heading out of region. You have to demonstrate that you're willing to do the work that you're asking them to do. Vision. Vision is not only the ability to cast a vision, which is like seeing what the organization is going to be doing in the future, being able to share what you feel like the organization should be doing in the future, but it's also understanding what God's plan is for an organization in the future. What is the plan that God has for Disciple? What is the plan? What is God trying to do through your leadership experience, through your organization, all of that. So, vision. Compassion. So, do you have a love not only for the cause, because to me that's the easy part. Loving a cause is easy. It's easy to get on board with the mission statement and with what we're trying to do in the club. The harder part is the second part of that compassion. So you need to love the cause, but you also need to love the people. Not just the people that you're reaching, but the people that you're in the organization with. And I often feel like that's one of the harder parts for us, because there are so many different people in our club. So many different people. So a good leader loves all of the people, regardless of individual views and all of those other things. Are you able to get on board with them? Trustworthiness. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Be who you say you are. Do what you say you're going to do. Those are key components, not just for leadership, but just for brotherhood in general. Decisiveness. Being able to make a decision in a reasonable amount of time with the proper input and how else to word that? Making good choices in a decisive fashion. It's just being decisive. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes with your decisions. You own it and you move on. But nobody wants to be the squirrel. You know, the squirrel in the middle of the road there's tons of them out there who couldn't make a decision on which way to go. Don't be the squirrel. Wisdom. That one's another one that I think everybody has a pretty good grasp on. Wisdom is one of those things where it's not just having knowledge about situations, but it's really a lot about having experience and being able to apply knowledge effectively in your decision-making process. So I often think of it like you have people who are book smart and you have people who are street smart. And for me, book smart is intelligence. Street smart is wisdom. So it's having the knowledge of something and knowing when to apply it. Courage, having the courage to stand up, being able to stand up for what you believe in, being willing to take a hit for your brothers. As a leader, having that courage means that there's going to be times where your brother might be making a mistake, but you're going to take the responsibility for it because you're the leader. Ultimately, it falls on you. And then the last one was passion. You have to really, in your heart, believe in what you're doing, what your organization is doing in order to lead it effectively. You have to have a passion for the work. So those are the qualities that he lists. Obviously, that's not exhaustive, but that was what was shared today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Try to stay warm. My thermometer is reading negative 15 currently. So there's that. But yeah, I hope to see you all soon. Love you.